Welcome to another repair video. In this video I have something unusual here I haven't come across in a long time. It's a steam cleaner. The brand name is Silvercrest, which I believe is made by Lidl's or Aldi. And it's model number HG05618-BS. And the complaint with is it's dead. There's no nothing happening. I have only got the handheld portion of it because it has a detachable handheld item on it, and that's what I'll be looking at today. I won't be looking at the upright section. But here we are. This is what it looks like. All we have on it is a temperature control knob, which is very tight. No, that's okay. An indicator light when it's heating, and a refill nozzle. Plus you got the end there where you put your different attachments on, and that also sticks onto the its upright section. And at the back we have our mains cable. Looks, it could be strained there, I don't know. For me to get in at this, I'm hoping that all I have to do is take off these two screws, and possibly the two screws here, this handle here, and maybe that'll give me access to the cable to check out the cable without having to remove the rest of the screws here. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, as soon as I have this off, I will get back to you. Screws are off. And all that does is give me access to another screw, which is here. Now, one thing I must do before I go any further, because before I do and regret it, wouldn't it be mad if just the fuse is gone? Oh, it's a 10 amp job. Don't know if I have any of them in stock or not. Just see. Let's do a buzz test on it. And that says it's okay. All right, so put it back in. Let's see what next I have to take out. There's two screws up here that I can see. I'll pause the video and get back to you as soon as I have this open. Anyway, that's that off. And doesn't look like it gives me access to anything. Okay, I'm going to go ahead remove the rest of the screws in this and see what kind of access I'll get when I get this bottom cover off. I should add there is another screw hid underneath this flap here that holds this top cover in place, and then this comes off. Now we have access to the cables, but we also got water. Okay, so I'm going to have to get a bit of cloth to wipe it up a little bit. We've got a certain amount of spillage. Now what I see here then is your mains coming in, pot, pure temperature light, and I would imagine there's some type of control board underneath that. Now what I also see here, okay, is, don't know if you're getting it or not, this cable here has been pinched at some time. Don't know if you're getting that or not. Let's see, can we get a closer look? That brings it up. Right there, that point. This doesn't look like it was ever opened before. So, but it doesn't look like it broke. No. Still okay. Bit of dampness in here, but I'm sure that's because I opened it. I'll have to investigate a little bit further. I do see corrosion underneath the tank, but when you got all that steam in the air, you're probably going to get that. At the moment, I don't know if we open it up cause all this water. I don't know. I'm going to have to investigate that further, and I'll get back to you. I've dried it out a bit with a hairdryer. I'm going to leave it drying overnight. I'm going to leave it drying out overnight to let any water that's underneath. I'll leave it on top of a warm radiator and let it dry any excess moisture out of this. Why the water's in there, I don't know. Maybe it's leaking out through the side of the gasket that's on that is around this tank, because normally they're put together with two with screws clamped together and the gasket in between them. I can't find the switch yet, but I won't give up looking. If not, I'll see if I find one online. But now, in the meantime, what I'm going to do is before I do that, I want to make sure I got continuity all the way from my plug to the element, which is shot, which is here and here. This is your neutral side, I think, and this is your live side. You know the colours change. That's because they got these heat resistant cables that have to be changed over. They can't use the normal cable that comes in on the mains, and it possibly changes in underneath this here. Probably some kind of block connector or something as simple as that underneath that. I'm not going to open up that to see. There's no need for what we want to do. First, okay, I already done. I checked between the live side and here. Was it here? No, not there. Is this the live wire coming in? Which we have. That goes into the switch. The mains cable goes directly into that switch. Then it comes out as this heat resistant cable. It goes down to the element. It also goes up to this board here. I would imagine you'd have some kind of mains power up there as well. But for now, we're not going to chase that. We're just going to check our element end of it, right? Okay, we know this is the bit that goes down to the element. We'll wait a second. The live. And we'll go down here. And we got continuity. Right, now what we'll have to do then is get my neutral. The plug, and go to this other connector. Okay, so we have continuity. So what will happen then, as soon as this switch closes, it would give mains voltage down to this element down here, which should also power up this board as well. So I'm going to look online, see can I find that, and when I do get one, I will get back to you and see what the results are like. Let's see what values on this first, if there's any information. The 10 amp, 250 volts. I'm going to look through my microscope. And if you look at the condition of that there, I can focus it. If I look through this microscope, will I see anything? There we go. No. But there's a lot of stuff there coming out of it. Piece of metal and things coming out of it as well. So I would imagine that's the way it's supposed to work, like that. I'm going to see. I used to be able to take these apart on the microwaves, but this doesn't look like it can be taken apart. No, it can't be. Let me see, is it working now? At least if it's working now, I'd be able to check it, wouldn't I? Well, let's get that underneath the microscope and I'll show you what I'm doing. All I'm doing is putting a lead on here, put another lead on the other terminal, and I'm just pressing that in and out. Is it as simple as that? Okay, let me just clean this out a bit and we'll give it a test, see what happens. I drew up a diagram of this steam cleaner. It seems simple enough, but there's one little area I'm not too sure of, and that's this here. Why this will be going back to this control. But anyway, let's start at the beginning. We got our live and neutral coming in, and this is the switch here that was gunged up, wouldn't open and close. I cleaned that up with some alcohol, got rid of all the dried up grease on it, and re-greased it, and it's working okay. Now I can replace that switch with these part numbers here. There's 3 of them I've found on Radionics. Let me see, can I find it? There's one of them. Let's see, can I get it up on my screen? Okay, this is it here. I would only use 2 of them connections. They're normally closed, and normally it's normally closed ones we have to use. So that says normally closed, that one there, and this one. This is common to both of them. So I would ignore this one and leave it there. The switch we have in this has only got 2 connections, but I'm sure this would work. It's rated at 16 amps, 250 volts, 85-degree temperature. I would imagine that would be okay for in there, even though it will get hot. I don't know what the temperatures are going to be. But okay, back to the diagram. As that switch, our live comes in, and it goes in through a cutout that's mounted on the side of the tank. It's a 2-pin device, and then the other side of that goes straight to the element. What I would imagine that's for is to cut out the element if it overheats. I don't know, but most likely that's what it's there for. And then we got our neutral comes in. Both your live and neutral go into this control board. And in the middle of it, you've got a pot to adjust the temperature. I'm not too sure how to measure the temperature because I didn't see any temperature measurement device. If it's there, I can't see it. I'm not going to take it apart any further to have a look. And the amount of wires I have coming out there account for all the wires that I can see coming out of the control board. Here we have a valve, electrically operated valve to let water in and out, I would imagine, or let the steam out as you press it. I would imagine when you want to clean a spot, you press a button and it lets the steam out through the nozzle. Not 100% sure, but that's what that is anyway. It's a valve. your neutral end then obviously goes here to the other end of the element. Quite simple diagram, and I'm sure I'm going to be able to just put this together now, and it will work. Here is the relay down here, or the valve. It's down here underneath this board, and these two cables here go down to it. I insulated this cable. This is the cable here that was cut, that was jammed into this hole, and the screw went through it. Didn't cause a problem. It wasn't open circuit or anything like that. It's just the insulation was torn. But they are the two, they're the two cables that go down to the valve. Now, I don't know if we can see it or not. You probably could just make out the side of the cutout there, the thermal cutout there, and just see it white there, just underneath the tank. That's what that is. And then you see your connections down here for your element. That's the live side of the element. And of course, then your control board and your actual switch. And it is working okay. We'll put some water in it and see what it's like, and switch it on and see how it heats up. I better put this together and test it. I don't want it open here with steam and moisture in the air. I don't want to get a shock at this hour of the evening, keep me awake all night. I'll be back in a few minutes. Have it put back together and put some water in it, and just explain a few things. The smallest screw you have out of it will go into this one here. That's the smallest one, right? And you'll have 6 screws. I hope the water doesn't come out with this now when I turn it over. Okay, 6 screws in the base here. 2, and these 2 here. These 2 are thicker, wider than these 4 in this area. So make sure you put the thicker, the 6 screws in there. Okay, let's plug it in and see what happens. It's at the off position now. Okay, light comes on. See what happens. See, does it steam, or what is the story with it? I'll pause the video when it's heating up. Obviously, it's not going to steam straight away. At least I don't think it will. Just as I said that, here we go. It steams straight away, and we can control the steam with this. That's the way it works. There you go. So I can hear something operating inside, like a valve. It's most likely that an electronic valve is pulse width modulated, controlled, and the higher you put this up, takes a while. Turn it down. Steam is pretty hot. I wouldn't put my hand too close to it. So there's no pressing of a button to let steam out and then stop it, like some of them I've seen. So it's just you control it with this. Okay, right. Anyway, it's working. No parts required, but I did give you a few part numbers just in case you come across one with a switch in worse condition than this. Like it could have went as far as rotting that lever, the metal lever part, but there was a bit of rust on it, but wasn't too bad. Hope that helps someone out there. Thanks for watching.